EA Sports and the PGA Tour, so proud to bring you continuing coverage of the world of golf. Alongside Frank Novelo, I'm Rich Lerner, and partner, you and I have called a lot of rounds of golf through the years. I know there's always something that piques your interest. How about today?
Rich, every day brings you a chance to do something special. And when we get to sit in this perch, that's what I look for. And I don't want to see the head going down. I want to see that every single shot is a chance to do something special. That could be a chip. Maybe the chip goes in. Maybe it's a 30-footer that goes in. Maybe a drive gets rifled down the fairway. Do something special.
Now, from better than 300 yards out, a second to the par 5. Well, just a good solid shot right there with that 3-wood, Frank.
That's an aggressive layup, really trying to force that 3-wood down and get it as close as possible to the green. That's two good shots if you can't reach the par 5.
Okay, a little left to do, but safely on the green. This is a 13-footer. Got it there, but not quite on target. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. The second is a tough par 4, measuring out at 497 yards. Bunkers serve as obstacles left and right off the tee, but this hole's all about the second shot, as players will likely be faced with a long approach over the barranca. Another very nice tee shot. He looks awfully comfortable here with these first couple of drives. Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Yeah, maybe a little defensive there, as that'll come up short. So the second hole proves a bit too tough. It's a bogey after that opening par. The third is another par 4, this one a bit shorter at 419 yards. You'll want to get familiar with the hole location prior to teeing off. Left side hole locations should dictate a drive up the right side of the fairway, and vice versa. Up at the putting surface, 3 front bunkers protect this molar-shaped green. Good shot coming off bogey at the second. That's going to be in the fairway. Walking the course today, let's bring in Nota Begay the third.
Looking great here at 111 left to the hole. Looking to make up for that drop shot with a birdie here. He's got a sandwich in his hand, and it's not going to be enough.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one. The strike was fine on the pitch shot. Ball first, then turf. Just wasn't really hit hard enough.
That one just going to sneak on by. Okay, so not the start you're looking for. A double here at 3 and a 3-over start to the round. We come now to our first par 3 of the round. It is the downhill 228-yard fourth. The biggest issues to contend with here: greenside bunkers both left and right, as well as a difficult runoff area over the back, making par a challenge when tee shots miss the mark. Maybe a spot for the lob wedge, a second to the par 3. Okay, so after some early missteps to begin the round, that a par here at the 4th. The 5th is a long par 4 at 480 yards. Big hitters will want to squeeze as much carry as they can out of their drives, because there is a slope that comes into play that can add a good 30 yards if you catch it right. The second shot is a difficult one, often off a side hill lie to an elevated green and fronted by bunkers short and right. And that will be more than adequate. It's safely into the fairway. So the ball on an upslope now for his second. And that's not exactly ideal. Far from a tap-in for his par.
You're being too kind. That's not at all ideal.
Yeah, good concentration there. That's a distance where a putt could get away, but that in for a par. It's believed that just about every great course in the world features one par 4 under 350 yards, allowing for multiple playing options. On the North course, it's this one, the 6th. This hole checks in at just 325 yards and is one of the great risk-reward holes on this course. Long hitters can have a go at the green, but doing so brings in all manner of obstacles that are avoided when playing for position off the tee. So after nearly driving the green, this is second from short range. A straightforward look here for birdie. That's as stress-free a birdie as you're going to get on this course. That is well done. Turning south, we come to as long a par 3 as you're going to find in major championship golf. The 7th hole here checking in at a full 284 yards, all you want. Oak trees lining this secluded section of the golf course, and players will have the option of landing their tee shots shy of the green on the short grass and running them onto the putting surface. This is a tough test. That's going to be on the putting surface, and a birdie look straight ahead. Going to have to take pretty much a full swing at this one with the putter, because this one is into the hill and the hole is cut back. Yeah, that's a nice putt. Getting it there up the hill was half the battle. This got there just a little wide of the mark. That's so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. The second of the par 5s on the course is this one, the 547-yard 8th hole. This is another of the great risk-reward holes on the course. A well-struck drive should have a reasonable chance to reach this green in 2. But beware of the barranca left, and bear in mind that this green is on the smallest side, so long approaches will need to be precise. Yeah, that's a nice swing, and the result is going to be a tee shot that is set up just fine. Good shot right there that just hangs on that back portion of the green. On board into par 5, still a good chance to get out of here with a birdie. Nope, that needed a little more pace to really let the slope do its thing, and that one comes up short. Should make this about 80% of the time. It's for birdie. No, that's going to miss right, and a good opportunity goes by the wayside. It happens. He's in that 20% category. So the birdie chance from close range goes awry, and that'll be a frustrating 3-putt par. The final hole of the front side of the North Course at the Los Angeles Country Club is a par 3 at 171 yards, a good football field shorter than the 7th. Bunker short, left and right protect a narrow green featuring a number of dramatic contour changes. Okay, that ball safely on the green. 14 feet to the hole. Nope, didn't play enough of the break, and that'll be short as well. Just a tap in there for par at the 9th, and that'll be a 2 over 37 for this outward 9. The back 9 here on the North Course begins with the 374-yard par 4 10th. What this hole lacks in length, it makes up for in bite, as a total of 7 bunkers are placed at strategic locations, swallowing up any errant shots. Yeah, that will get a little bit of run. That will be just fine. We know he can move it. That ball was absolutely bombed. Now comes the touch shot, 83, 84 yards. See if he can play that 2-check skipper and get it to stop. Some green to work with as he'll try and lift this one out. Okay, not bad out of the sand, and that's what will remain, trying to grind out a par. Okay, can't take putts that length for granted, but that's in for a par. What a par 3 this is, the 11th at 290 yards. Depending on the marine layer, you get a spectacular view of downtown LA just to the east of the golf course. This hole's no slouch either. Like the 7th, it often requires a tee shot that lands off the green and runs on. And I think that may have surprised him. That carried much further than he anticipated. Still work to do to get this on the green. This his second. good putt there. Back-to-back par is going to keep him at +2. The 12th is a dogleg left, par 4 at a manageable 380 yards. Most players should be left with a short iron in with their second, but as with the 11th, two jagged front bunkers provide a problem to be avoided and can sometimes wreak havoc with depth perception.
That hit that tree hard and bounced straight into the rough.
It is in the rough, but it appears to be a pretty good lie. Should have a go at this. His second now at the 12th. Ooh, that's what a wayward previous shot will cost you. Failed to reach the green from the rough, and now it's time to scramble. Not going to be easy. Oh, that ball releases beautifully, and that is how you do it. Disappointment there. I'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. The 13th is a long par 4, checking in at a full 507 yards. This is another picturesque hole with vistas of Bel Air and Benedict Canyon. Most players will want to steer their tee shots to the left to get a better view of the putting surface. Up at the green, a deceptive tilt left to right means that approaches that miss left can lead to a very difficult up and down. Straightforward pitch shot here, 35 yards. Frank, it's obvious he caught a flyer right there. Explain what that means.
Well, you have loft, right? The ball's going to take off on the loft. They put grooves on the golf club so you can have nice contact. If those grooves fill up with a little bit of grass, then you have no grooves, then you have nothing really to put the extra spin on the golf ball. So that is a flyer.
Nope. Not a good hole of golf here. It is that time to pick up and move on. The 14th is the last of the par 5s here on the North Course, and it is also the longest, measuring at 623 yards. Players will need to avoid a section of 3 right-side bunkers off the tee, and bunkers once again become an issue up near the green with a large front bunker to carry, as well as smaller bunkers left and right. Well, you can't walk out and drop it any better than that. That is a fine tee shot right there. Now a second from well over 300 yards. This will be about positioning. Had half the equation on that shot. The distance, not quite the accuracy. Missed it. Hair to the right.
Yeah, not quite a foul ball. Kept it in the ballpark, and well, let's see how good you can shoot.
What a shot. I mean, from that line, could have gone a bunch of different ways, but it went the way you want them all to go, right into the hole. Part of the great design here at the Los Angeles Country Club is the variety of challenges golfers are faced with. Here we follow the longest hole on the course with the shortest, the 124-yard par 3 15th. Players, of course, will note the bunkers that ring a good 70 to 80% of the green. but the most distinctive feature is the bump in the middle of the green that must be factored in when deciding where to land that tee shot. A look at birdie here at 15.
And these are the putts he hasn't been able to do much with all day. This doesn't have a whole lot of movement to it, and he could surely use it.
I'd call that so-so. I think you'd hope to get that a little closer. That's so nearly a birdie, but par is all he'll have to show for it. Now to the 16th, the start of the longest three-hole closing stretch cumulative yardage in U.S. Open history. Yet incredibly, nary a par 5 in the bunch. All par 4s to finish, starting with this one at 542 yards. That will be perfect into the left side of the fairway.
And a good iron shot, just not quite as close as what we'd all want to finish, but still.
Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
Not to be a little short, but a good effort there. Disappointment there. He'll brush it in, and that'll be just a par. Now to the 17th, a toughie at 520 yards. Look out from the tee, and bunkers will comprise a lot of what you see. But this really is a standout hole with beautiful sycamore trees providing an alluring backdrop. Up near the green, a series of 4 bunkers protect the front and left sides of the green, including one that's the closest thing of the course to a pot bunker. That's got to be disappointing. Good line in the fairway, and the approach winds up in the bunker. Okay, pretty big swing necessary there, and that's not all that bad from that far away. Yep, good work not to let that get away, and that's in for a par. The closing hole here at the Los Angeles Country Club is a par 4 at 492 yards, featuring the widest 18th fairway. This side of St. Andrews, at points it could be as wide as 50 to 60 yards. The second shot is a tough one, though, to a narrow green flanked by thick rough and bunkers on either side.
That had to be in the rough the whole way. One more bounce back on the fairway.
Getting some sand in the shoes now. For a second straight hole, he's in the bunker. And this not a distance you practice all that often with your bunker shots. Well, that one didn't work out. Didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Well, obviously he can do better, and he's going to have to on this next putt if he wants to just get out of here with bogey, Frank.
And this one's certainly going to be, well, worth the price of admission.
Okay, in for a bogey 5 here at 18. And this will wind up being a round of 74. Frank, you know what? I think about it. What is it we actually do? And